It's Shalene. The past week and a half, I've read 4 books. Loved them all. So the first book I read was called Almost Home by Pam Jenoff. Um, it's a suspense book. I gave this 4 stars. 10 years ago, Jordan was a graduate student at Cambridge, and her life was great till her boyfriend drowned in the river. And the night before their big race, they were big into rowing at the college. She was a crew member, and since then, it's 10 years from then, and she had joined the State Department as an intelligence officer. Out. Sorry, the dog's bothering me. Out! Out! She has had many dangerous assignments. She returned to England because she got a letter in the mail from her friend that she had gone to college with saying that she needed her. And she finds out that Jared didn't drown. They think he was murdered. And the story goes on from there. It was fast-paced, and it had me wondering until the end who was good and who wasn't. So I recommend this. And then this is the first book of a duology. The second book is called A Hidden Affair, and I gave this 4 stars. And Jordan goes into pursuit to find Jared, her love from college, who she thought was dead. And she ends up she meets up with a man who helps her, and she ends up having feelings for him. And I was really happy with this. I recommend this duology. It's an adult duology. The only thing I didn't like was her character. It always seems like every time she met up with men, she'd talk about how much she loved Jared from college, but she kept sleeping and saying that she had feelings for these other guys. So it was like, you said you was still in love and how much he was the love of your life, but you still were acting like that. That's the only thing that bothered me about the books. And then the third book I read was Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. This is a historical fiction. I normally do not like historical fiction. There's 4 teenagers, 4 secrets, winter of 1945 during World War II. Each one's from a different homeland. They're affected by tragedy, lies, and the war. And they all happen to show up at the same place, and they travel together for safe passage. This book was gripping and I had such emotions for each of the characters. I started reading this book with low expectations of liking it and may even DNFing it because I don't normally like these kinds of books, but I was sucked in with this book. It was so good. I loved it. Then the book I just finished a little while ago was The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Corey. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. This is the story, it's an Aladdin retelling. Aladdin discovers, I think her name's Zara. She's a genie. They don't call them genies, it's Ginny. And he brought her back into the world she hasn't been in for hundreds of years. Magic is forbidden and she is illegal at this time. The difference between this and the movie Aladdin is that she's a woman instead of the man that's a genie, and she's dark. And Aladdin and her fall in love, which is also forbidden, and so he doesn't fall in love with the princess. But he does meet with the princess, and part of the other parts of that story out are similar as well, with the princess and her dad and someone trying to turn the town against her. So that part of it was similar. I did like this a lot. My next set of books that I plan on reading is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I'm not really sure what this is about, but I've heard that it's really good, and I'm reading this as part of a has dragons in it. I'm reading this as part of a Goodreads group. And then also for Goodreads group, I plan on reading Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. It's the second book of the Red Queen, and I loved the Red Queen. I know some of you didn't, but I'm new to reading these types of genre last year, so to me this book was not like others that you have all read before, so I did enjoy the series. And then the next book that I want to read for a Goodreads group is The Shadow Queen by C.J. Redwine. And I believe this is a retelling of Snow White. So I can't wait. I love the cover, so can't wait to read this. So what have you all been reading, and what do you plan on reading next? Talk to you later. Bye.